Welcome back, students. In the first part of the PPT, we saw the meaning of equality and the types of inequalities. In this part of the PPT, we will be seeing the implementation of equality by government. Now, when we talk about implementation of equality, this implement occurs by various forms. So, you have the implementation by the means of laws. So, there are various laws that explain the kind of equality that should be maintained in the society. On the other hand, we have many of the programs that are being launched by the government to help or focus on the disadvantaged group, the unprivileged group, or the unprivileged sections of the society. It helps to provide greater opportunity to grow. So there are some of the schemes. So for example, midday meal is a common scheme. You can see the students sitting together and eating. Let's look into that. This was started first in the Tamil Nadu to increase the enrollment of ratio in the school. Again, there was an idea that after lunch, most of the students did not turn up back to the school. That means when the in the government schools, the students who came for studying after the lunch time, they did not return back. So government thought that if you will provide food to them in the school premises itself, the retention for the school hours would prolong, and after the lunch hours also you would see students who would be there in the campus. Again, the working mother could continue their work without interruption. Also, the idea behind this midday meal was to reduce the caste prejudice. As you can see that all the students would have to sit at one place and have the same meal at the same time. This scheme also intended to create more employment in school, as there would be people who would be cooking the meal and providing it. However, this scheme suffered from many drawbacks. And so recently, there are propositions that the midday meal program should be abolished. However, it is yet to be implemented. So there are other various schemes like Antodaya Anna Yojana, the food for the poorest of the poor, helping through the public distribution system. So there are many schemes that are meant for uplifting the disadvantaged or the unprivileged section of the society. The key idea here is that the government is going to provide various schemes and programs and laws for implementation, like Disabilities Act, which tells us to maintain the dignity by giving the disabled people or differently abled people the equal rights and ensure their full participation in the government. The another example is the UAF, which means Universal Adult Franchise. Students, this we have already done in class 6. Again, I will tell you. Universal Adult Franchise is wherein every citizen who is 18 years or above can cast their vote irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, gender, etc. But ultimately, who is going to do all this? It's ultimately on us or the people. So, what is the main idea here is to change the attitude of an individual. Of course, with change, the change will be slow, and with change, the gradual slowly and the people will change gradually and slowly, and gradually people will stop asking you about your caste, and you all will be considered equal in the school. This situation you can see now in the school. Nobody is asking you to which caste do you belong, or to which, from which religion, or from what economic background you will come to the school. In school, you are all treated equally, right? So gradually people will start adapting and stop asking you about all these things. But this change will be gradual. Again, it will be a continuous struggle that needs to be worked on. Continuously, this has to be worked on. This equality must not be in books only, but must reach the real grounds. It is not only India that suffers from the problem of inequality, but we have all worldwide instances of inequality on worldwide level. Students, if we go to South Africa and we talk about it, we have Nelson Mandela who fought for the rights of black and had started anti-apartheid movement. Now in the next slide you can see, similarly, if you go to the US states where African Americans were brought from Africa as slaves and were treated as second person. In the buses, they were not given seats, and these were the problems which they faced during the period before the civil rights movement started in United States. And it was mainly with the idea of Rosa Parks, who was one of the leading idea behind the civil rights movements in United States. Students, Rosa Parks, she refused to give her seats to a white person in a bus while traveling after a whole day work. So that was the basic cause when the civil rights movement started, and finally you have the Civil Rights Act which was started in 1964. Definitely there has been a worldwide change now in the attitude of the people. However, there are certain challenges ahead. The first key challenge is the struggle for the recognition of all persons as equal, be it from a different country, be it from a different caste, or be it from a different religion. And finally, that dignity should be maintained. That is the idea of self respect. So, these are the two major challenges ahead. If these are resolved, definitely there would be a kind of equality that could be seen at par in the society. There are, students, as you can see in the slide, there are other challenges also. Some of those are political violence, illiteracy, corruption, poverty, casteism, gender discrimination, etc. So these are the challenges which we have to face while bringing equality in the country. So to conclude, it can be said that this chapter is more about creating awareness in the society and a kind of bringing in a practical approach, helping you to think more on the issues rather than just learning the theory. Okay, students, so here we come to an end of the chapter. I hope you all have enjoyed. Thank you very much.